something?
I didn't. The camera's tilted. I don't know how you don't see that.
Huh?
The camera's tilted. I hope nobody calls because I didn't turn off the thing.
It's alright.
Camera's still tilted.
How does it look? It looks straight on the. Okay.
Stop. Too much. Stop. A little bit more.
Which way?
Just down.
G.
Okay, just leave it. Just leave it how you want, and then get mad later on that it was tilted. Cause, oh my god, people, I can't.
What is he talking about?
Cause okay, you'll see it.
Oh yeah, it's better if I just see it first.
Okay. Because it's still the opposite of what you see. That's it. That's it.
All right. Scoot over to the left, right a little bit.
Which right?
That right. You're right. You all on my side and shit.
It's because the camera's not in the middle. You're like horribly setting up today.
Yo, y'all be so disrespectful. Daphne, how you just gonna say what's up to Mary? I'm here too. Am I not special? Double standards. This is what we're gonna be talking about today. So many double standards. You know what I mean?
I'm not even engaged in this. Oh my god, this I can't.
The internet. You want to use my cell service?
No, or maybe I can't. I can't do nothing. I can't share. No.
You're gonna get frustrated.
Just stop. Just talk. Oh my god.
Hold on, here. Okay, I see what's going on. Now try it. How you doing, people? We're getting set up.
No, we're not. It should have been already set up. But somebody.
Somebody what? I'm sorry, I had a men's conference today.
Why are you even walking away from the camera?
Because I'm turning off all this stuff that's cool as hell.
Do y'all see what I gotta do? I'm gonna do the intro. We're not late, just so y'all know. We was trying to start a later time to see if we pull more people in faster. Oh, finally. I love y'all jackets. We don't have jackets on. Oh, you talking about the sweater, Daphne. I got you. Yeah, our sweaters are dope. We are blessed with dope people. Okay, while this is doing all this shit, we could just start because...
Yeah, let's just start. Babe, can I have a kiss before we start?
No.
Please?
No. Ready?
Yeah.
It is 8:45 and it's Talk That time. My name is Mary Sunshine. I'm your favorite host, and to my left we have...
Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy, Eddie Monster.
Today's topic is double standards in today's world. One of the double standards that I have right now is we had a computer that worked perfectly fine. It wasn't the fastest computer, but it was a good computer. But my husband needs new things all the time. Why? Because he doesn't have joy in his life unless it's new. So y'all know we're going to get a divorce because I'm going to get old one day. And so he went and bought this new computer, and it's not even been 6 months. And this computer is slow, it's trash, it's not working. So yeah, that's a double standard that I have.
It's not a double standard.
It is, because you should have just listened to me. And you thought I was wrong because I'm a female and I don't know nothing about electronics.
So this is what happened, right? You know when you buy a product.
You know he lying because he said it happened.
No, but like you buy a product from a store and they all supposed to come out the same. But every now and then you buy that one product that it was a defect. Somewhere on the line it slid to the left or it slid to the right, it got bumped. So by the time you got it, it didn't work straight. And that's the one we happen to get.
Yeah, and I told you to go and take it back and you didn't want to. Okay, well, so my phone is there, that's great. So I asked some people what are the double standards we should talk about. And one of the double standards, I can't see who tuned in or what's up or whatever.
I'm telling you, you should jump on my internet.
So, Lennon is watching. Hey, what's up, Lennon? Daphne, what's up, Nilda, Matt back, Vanessa, Ebru, Jasmine. Daphne said double standard men can do anything but can still be men. I freaking agree. Go away. I freaking agree. So the first double standard we should talk about, I feel like, and I'm going to ask y'all the main question. Why is it that when females go and have a hoe face, it is a problem because she's a hoe, she's a slut, she's dirty, she's whatever. But when a guy goes and, venture out, get to know himself, finds the man that he is, then he's not a hoe. It's okay. It's totally fine. Ladies and gentlemen, how do y'all feel about that double standard? Because I'm getting tired of that double standard.
Let's first of all, we need to clear out what a double standard is. You know what I'm saying?
What is a double standard?
A double standard. You have a standard. All right, you have a standard. That's already
That
all you
doesn't-
gotta do. You have a standard. Everyone should apply by the same standard. You know what I'm saying? And when you do not apply by the same standard, that's saying it's good for me, but it's not good for you. So you want to
That's
mention,
what I just said.
Yeah, I understand, but you're mentioning females and males all in the same, and how is it a double standard? Is that really a double standard when females decide to be a hoe, and dudes decide to venture out and explore who they are as people? I don't really think that's a double standard that y'all
What the freak are you talking
Cause
about?
listen, man, girls and dudes, y'all are valued more. That's how I feel personally. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, right? So, females, y'all like a diamond. Y'all got a pearl. Let's put it this way. Y'all got a pearl. That pearl is like life. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep giving away that pearl without it depreciating value. Unlike a man, I feel like a man can't really depreciate value.
Yes, you can.
Not like a woman's pearl. Like, I feel like the pearl is supposed to be a pearl for a reason. You know what I mean? You got jewels and then you got a pearl, right? The jewels really don't lose no value. They always gonna be jewels. They always gonna be there. But a pearl, if you keep giving your pearl to people and stuff like that, people really ain't excited about your pearl no more. If you understand what I'm
There's
saying.
Kegel balls for that. There's Kegels for that.
Yeah,
You
well,
can
some of
keep-
y'all don't use Kegels.
you can-
And this is the problem. You don't take care of your pearl. Therefore, this is why you get a name associated with that. And it's such a negative thing. That's just what I personally think.
I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I'm completely not agreeing. I think that it shouldn't be a double standard when if I go and I'm out there enjoying myself and learning about myself, because here's the thing, a lot of women don't know how to orgasm, whatever the case may be, because they were scared to venture out because they didn't want to have the title of a hoe. So by the time that they get with the man is thinking he's the man, but the woman is still not enjoying herself. She's not nearly knowing who she is or what she likes or how she likes it. And the guy thinks he's the man of the year because he's ran through 500 girls that most likely wasn't even good.
This is the thing. The man goes through so many females. So by the time he does get that pearl, now he's well equipped to be able to handle that precious pearl. You know what I'm
Yo,
talking
that
about?
doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Ladies,
Yeah,
I
like-
need y'all on my side with this. Do y'all feel like it is fair that a female can express herself and go out there and have a good time, but guys can, and that's their practice for a female? Like,
It's not
ooh, I
practice,
was about
like
to tell on you.
Trying to make. Well, go ahead. I'm curious. Let's talk about it.
Daphne said, double standard. Oh, yeah. A woman do the same thing. She's a garden tool. Exactly. A garden tool. Lou said, I'm waiting for answers. Daphne said, he's soaring in royal oats. That's big words. Ebru said, hey guys, what's the question? What's up, Lakeisha? I'm telling you the question, Ebru. Why is it?
Hey, bro, if I sleep with 10 women and you sleep with 10 men, are we equal? Like, if a female, first, I can go
No,
so many
go
ways.
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. It's about double standards. You know what I'm saying? Do you think as people across us, and we both slept with the same amount of people in the same amount of time, should we be labeled the same? You know what I mean? That's the question.
What is it?
If we slept with
I feel like y'all should be. If we are hoes, then you should be a hoe. It shouldn't be, oh, this female is a hoe and I'm a player.
What? Listen, do you know
No.
how on average, to sleep with a woman, do you think it's easier to sleep with a woman than it is to sleep for somebody to sleep with a man?
Yo, you will always find some desperate woman.
You will find some. There's some out there. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you're talking about the world. But a majority is usually the men pursuing the women. And it usually is not, I mean, yeah, you have your younger days, and that's what I think you're referring to. But it ain't, you just run across a woman and then, swoop her up and you can just smash. It takes time and stuff. On the flip side of that, a dude, you can just smash a dude. Just like that. So if a girl puts herself in a category to just be able to be smashed like that, she's depreciated. Her value is lower, and that's why she's giving
value
names.
stuff.
I'm being, hey dudes, come on, all the dudes gonna be quiet.
On your side. They're all quiet, and all the ladies, and all the ladies are hanging.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I mean, you know what I mean.
Return to Sender says, is there a time frame before you're considered out there, like after you have sex with someone? Do I gotta wait 2 weeks before being seen out on a date with someone? So is there a specific time frame that you're considered being out there? So let's say, what?
No, go ahead.
So let's say you and me, we go on a date and we smash, but then we're done. And then should I wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 5 weeks?
So you smashed me on my first date, and then you on a date a week later.
Oh my God. So this is the first date thing? This is what I mean with guys. They decide when it's the first, okay. When it works for you guys, it's like, it's not a big deal to have sex on the first night. Why would you feel like that makes you look like a hoe? Yeah. It doesn't. Facts. It's totally fine to smash on the first night. And y'all listen to that shit. I don't know why. And then you use that too. I use it. And then the next time when you talk to someone, it's like, yo, bro, I smashed the first time.
Thanks, yeah.
That shit is trash.
That's just how the world works. It's not. I didn't create this. You know what I'm saying? I did not create this. But that's what double standards are, and that's how it's a shame.
Yeah, but how do we change that double standard? I don't think that it should be an issue that a female is trying to explore. That's why there's a lot of undercover hoes. Period. What's an undercover hoe? An undercover hoe is a hoe, and I like the word is harsh. The only reason why I say hoe is because she's not stuck with one person. She is okay with enjoying life, maybe with this guy, maybe with this guy, maybe with this guy. No, it doesn't mean she's over here, no condom. It's just, I'm trying to figure out what I like. I'm trying to see, do I like a white guy, a black guy? Do I like a big D or a small D? Do I like head or I don't? Do I want to go and get, go on a date first? Or can I just go and smash? I'm going to go to the club, see someone. Oh, okay, it's cool. One night stand, not a big deal. So that's HOE. Undercover HOE does it without her name being all over the place, where it's like she walks in the club and you're like, oh shit. Yeah, that's the pizza hoe, or that's the whatever, I don't know. Usually they have names. Like the pizza hoe would be the chick that if you buy her a pizza, you smash. Yeah. Like that. But that would be pizza hoe. So that's an undercover hoe. But then there's the regular hoe. The regular hoe, everybody know. Like you walk in the club and everybody know, oh, that's her.
Well, then this is
and you ain't gotta work to get her.
Then I think ladies should take that double standard shit off of men placing it on y'all, and that's what y'all place on yourselves by how y'all conduct yourselves. Because if you want to be someone who's enjoying and experiencing your life, which I'm pretty sure there's a very educated word for that I can't think of right now, then be that woman. You know what I'm saying? But when you say, yo, you a hoe, there's certain criteria that come along with being a hoe, and if you follow that criteria, then you know what I mean. It is what it is. So,
what is the criteria?
To be up for me, you just name the criteria. Like you said, yo, I'm gonna smash 10 dudes within 14. No, I'm gonna smash 10 dudes within 6 days. I ain't wear a condom not one of the times. 2 of the dudes, I didn't even take a shower. If that's how
Oh
you know,
my God.
you saying it don't happen. If people know you like that, then you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't. And then you had the same dude that do the same thing, right? But he takes a shower. He makes sure he wrapped up. Then how
that makes him better than the female.
facts, yeah.
I don't know if I can all the way agree with that. I guess I get what you're saying, but what I'm explaining is at the end of the day, it's still messed up because you're still a hoe. Like that.
When dudes call another dude a hoe, when like
there's no such thing. If dude is calling another dude a hoe, it's called a player.
No,
that's
that's
that
not
nigga.
true. That's
so
not true.
You trying to tell me you called another nigga a hoe?
Facts. If a dude going out and he's smashing,
you only called him a hoe. Why? Okay, my bad.
Because 9 times out of 10, he probably got a disease.
See what I'm saying? The word is something so negative, so you call a female a hoe.
I'm not saying
and
we're not talking about. You asked me one question about.
We're talking about double standards. If you take
or
the
he
word,
probably dirty, like he is.
So you're saying a hoe is a bad word. You're saying a hoe to a girl, she is dirty. You're not talking about a hoe and you thinking about Queen Elizabeth.
This is why I said y'all need to come up with y'all educated word to establish the difference between y'all who are experimenting with yourselves, trying to find out if y'all like big D, small D, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And separate it versus the girls that's going out there every weekend and getting beat down, and that's her only intention.
Damn,
no
beat
condom,
down though.
no nothing. I'm just saying, let's just keep it a buck.
About 50.
I don't know what you doing, man. You turning off the computer on the computer. We
Because
ain't got no
the
comments.
computer is
We ain't
not
got no
working.
comments.
I'm gonna read the comments. The computer's not working
Can I
because
do
you
this?
didn't.
I asked
try.
to do this
Do
2
it.
hours ago.
Do it. 2 hours ago, we wasn't even online. You should have never fucked it up. Vanessa said, "Man, if a dude enters my JJ thinking it's not tight enough for him, maybe he got a pencil D. Check your girth."
Wow.
Vanessa, I don't even know what to say to
That's
that.
random. Like,
yo, just
this
for everyone that tuned in, do me a favor and share the comment share the video. Today's topic is double standard.
In society.
What are today's double standard? Hit us. We just talked about the double standard that guys can have sex with multiple women and be a player, and females can have sex with multiple men and they'll be a slut or a whore or a hoe, whatever you want to call it. But I don't think we can settle this because you hard-headed and you don't. Because you telling me we just need to find a different word.
No, that's not me.
So what
like,
you?
in
Yes,
society,
you said it.
as a whole, we should all find. Listen, what I'm saying is we should all come together and find a word for females out
Why
there.
are you rubbing me? You know I hate that when I'm mad.
Why are you mad?
Hebrew said, to be honest, I don't care how many women a man has slept with. I don't even care. I don't want to know. And he doesn't have to know about me either. It can work like that too. I made a mistake to tell someone the truth.
I want to know the truth. Because I want to know, do I have a hoe or do I have
That's what I'm saying.
No. Or do I have that educated word? You know what I'm saying? That we got to come up with.
Just because you have a different word.
Let's take away hoe out of it then. What do you want to call it?
Adventurer.
A nomad. That's just how we're
Daphne said, my thing is neither one has to know what she is doing. Yep. Vanessa said, so I feel uncomfortable when a dude tells me that he's been with over 10 women because I haven't hit a double-digit body count, and it scares me that I won't be experienced enough to please him.
So do you think you should? So does that put pressure on you that you think you should go over, or you just don't want a dude that has over 10 digits? Like, that's what I'm asking. Like, so is it you're not gonna mess with any dude that's over 10 digits, or do you think it just puts pressure on you to get more of a body count?
Yeah, Vanessa, answer. So Lennon said, I think the problem with men being looked at the man after hooking up with a bunch of women is men. First thing your boys say after you chilling with a woman is, did you hit? Now 4 to 5 men know that this girl had sex with their friend. When they hear that someone else had sex with their friend, then she's a hoe. There's a double standard because men talk more than women when it comes to who you're being sexual active with. We're breed to chase quantity, whereas women don't want to bring it up unless it's quality. I've never had a guy friend
I like that.
Say,
I like that. Say it again. Rewind.
Rewind, Lennon. We're breed. Bread, is that bread or breed?
Bread.
We're bred to chase quantity, whereas women don't want to bring it up unless it's quality. I've never had a guy friend say, yeah, but how many times did you make her orgasm? That's funny because we talked about this today.
Y'all had these conversations?
Yeah, we was talking about how
So y'all
many...
talk about y'all smashes and then how many times they make.
Well, we had, so just so y'all know, I had a girls' day with my girls, and then Eddie had a guys' day with the guys. And we did talk about how many orgasms we had in
Hold
one
on, y'all
sex
talk about
session.
us?
Everyone said.
How you going? You see how she just gonna pass that off on everybody else?
People said, all I know is if he knows what he's doing, he got to be a hoe back in the days. That's not necessarily true because...
Oh, whack it. Why?
Because...
She's so whack.
Some people go and research and they learn. And others were a hoe and...
What do you... I ain't never had anyone complain before you. Ever.
Because he was also dealing with hoes. My thing is when... Lou said, my thing is when allow boys to venture off and find themselves through smashing other women. However, a woman needs to be pure or not deemed as easy to be a good woman. That's the whole point, exactly what she says. And that's what you were saying in different words. We are pearls. We have to be pure and whatever. But this is the problem. When another guy goes, he finds his value in how many people he smashed. Mm-hmm. But a female needs to be pure and not deemed as an easy female in order to be a good woman. Mm. That's the double standard, and that's the problem. Lou said, no, why can't she be a woman with experience? Exactly. A seasoned woman.
Because listen, first of all, men are possessive, man. We don't want to walk. Females y'all don't have a problem with walking around and y'all with a dude and y'all like, yeah, he mine now, and y'all proud of that shit. A dude he don't think that same way. He ain't walking with a girl and another dude across the street and that dude smashed and he like, yeah, he's mine now. Nah, he like, damn man, he had a little bit of what I got. That's how a dude think. You know what I mean?
That's a good fact. I see that. Vanessa said it won't make me run away from a dude, but I'm also not thinking about running up my body count. I'm just uncomfortable. A low body count can be insecurity for females too. I can see that because guys are running around making it seem like they got. But then this is the thing: they run like Lennon said, they got numbers, but it doesn't mean nothing. But let's move to another. I
got one. I had this issue.
See, you got the same issue.
No, I'm coming up because I told you let me get my phone so I could use my internet.
I tried.
I got this problem, right? Why is it that we was talking about this with the dudes today. Mm-hmm. If we was in a parking lot, imagine us in a Walmart parking lot, right? Mm-hmm. And me and you was arguing, mm-hmm. and you smacked me. Mm-hmm. People gonna be like, oh, and they gonna be like, yo, chill out, girl, you wildin', ha, mm-hmm. right? Now let's rewind that. We in the same parking lot, mm-hmm. me and you arguing. You smack me, I punch you. The crowd will start moving in on me. But yet, we talk about domestic violence. How come men can't have the same rights when it comes to women? Y'all can put your hands on us, but if we put our hands on you, the whole damn world has to be...
Okay, listen, men, women out there, we're talking about double standard and what is it when you get hit at home? What is it called?
Domestic violence.
Domestic violence. That's what we're going to talk about. What do y'all feel about that? I'm going to tell y'all now. Did you listen to your own story? Listen to your own story and think about it. Yes. You said Walmart parking lot, man and woman argue, a woman slaps a man, and then people are going to be like, no, chill. Rewind, same argument. A man punches a woman. That's exactly your words.
No, that's not. We got this on camera. You bugging.
If y'all just
you bugging. How you gonna tell me what I just said?
Bro, you just said. My God.
I said rewind. The girl smacks me, then I punch her.
Okay, still.
That's a total different.
A female smacking someone and a guy punching a female.
Sorry.
It's a whole
now
different.
Now you're living that specific.
No, it is specific.
Okay.
Because by punching me, You can knock me the fuck out while I'm on the floor, and I'm not gonna knock you out with a smack in your face.
Okay, then let's take away the punch. You smack me, I smack you. The same situation is still gonna happen. People are still gonna start closing on me. I'm more likely to get side blinded or something by a dude that's standing out there or a female or females because I put my hands on you. That's what I'm saying. It's just a double standard when it comes to physical contact between men and women. You go, yo, you can literally beat the shit out of a dude in his house. If he raises his hand with you, to you, by the time the cops show up, that dude will be in jail.
How many times you want to hit the table?
I'm mad about this shit. All these double standards, you know what I'm saying? And that's facts. You don't see it?
Where?
Here.
Is it called home front?
No.
Yeah, I know. Because you making it seem like this is a double standard. Because you make it, honestly, I understand what you're saying. But with that double standard, I agree with you. Try that mobile hospital. Try it. On that one, on that one, I can agree with you. I feel like men and women should be held accountable for when they put their hands on the other sex. Mm-hmm. So if a female, and I did it, I'm gonna be totally honest with y'all. I put my hands on a guy, and then he put his hands on me, and I never cried victim. I've never done it. I felt like I started it, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be, but I messed up the situation, so it was my fault. I don't believe in hitting someone, punching them, throwing stuff at them, and doing all that, and then cry victim because he gets tired of it. And then a lot of females do a guy gets mad and is trying to push her off, and that's already an issue. That's already, he tried to fight me or whatever the case may be. So all of that, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I don't know what the freak is going on. It's pissing me off.
You gonna talk? You can't do
I gotta
it.
listen
You can't
to your.
fix it. Stop! You can't fix it, bro.
Hold on, we are having major problems over here.
No, you can't hold on. Just talk to them. Don't worry about it. Stop touching it.
But what was the last thing you said? I did not hear it though.
I said I agree with you because females take advantage of it. Females know that all they have to do is cry victim or cry that they got hit, and then they're all good to go. Mm-hmm. And whatever they do, think about the Rihanna and Chris Brown story.
Okay. Oh yeah. Did you hear this? Did you watch the
I watched the documentary. Okay. The fact of the matter is, Rihanna spit at him. She scratched him. She hit him. She did all of that. And then you see the black eye, and everything before that is erased. Yeah, now, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with it. I don't think he should have punched her. I think that men should have the composure. But I also think that women shouldn't push it because they know that a man should have the composure. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're telling, as a female, you're going to push my buttons and keep pushing them because a man shouldn't hit a female. So that's the law. Mm-hmm. A man shouldn't put their hands.
But if you take away the law as a person, you know the reason women do it though is because they know he has this amount of composure. He can go.
What's up, Mike?
Every relationship, man. You know how far you can go with your partner because throughout your relationship, you test that out. You test that shit out one way or another. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so you already know I'm gonna do this. It's kind of like a setup. It's like some women are willing to take the punch just to get back at the dude. Like, go ahead and hit me because you're gonna be. And so many times I hear that shit too.
I don't see you tune in. I'm sorry.
It's so many times I hear that shit too. Go ahead and hit me and you'll be in jail. I bet you won't. I bet you won't.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. And a double standard. But why? How come? Even if we have the footage and shit like that, how come there ain't no separation once he goes across that line? Everything before that is erased, like you said.
So, guys, females, males. Do you guys agree that females should be held accountable to the same standard that men should be held when they put their hands on each other? Angie said, you're right, Mary. Violence is violence. It doesn't matter who's doing it. And I totally agree. It's not ready yet. I totally agree. You shouldn't be... I don't think women should be allowed to be a crime wolf. And then here's another thing that is a problem. Men can't call the police and be like, yo, she's hitting me or whatever. They would look at you as a joke. They'll come.
Yeah.
But it'd be like, you know.
And they don't. And even then, they don't force you, or they don't force the female to leave or nothing. They be like, yo, the dude has to leave the premises, or the dude needs to go somewhere. So that's what it is. Do you have another one? Cause I got another one.
Ebru said neither both shouldn't touch each other like that. It's absolutely no go. Daphne said, of course, she agrees as well. Do I have another one? Mm-hmm. Yes, I have one. Double standards in siblings. So, the older sibling, the first one, is the one that gets it the hardest. It's also the one that needs to learn the most. It's the one that has to help the most and do the most. Then you have the last one, or to be honest, any child that comes after the first. And it gets easier and easier and easier. And you got to do less and less. As a kid, you got to do less and less and less. And it jumps further down and further down and further down. Why is that? Why is it that you have the first one that you put so much work on? And even after the fact, it still put a lot of work. Like, okay, let's say I have Malik, that's my first one. Mm-hmm. And then we have the baby. And we still put way more work and stress on Malik than we do on the baby, even though there's already the baby. Why? You're like, I can't.
Because I'm guilty of this.
Yeah.
Hold on, we fixing everything. We almost up and running, and we'll be able to see y'all comments. I think a majority of that is because you're preparing the older one. They're going to be out the house soon. So you're preparing them with more responsibility. So is it really a double standard that the older child is receiving more? Like you're putting more on the other child, right? The little one gets away with lots of shit. Hey, we got comments. Hey, so you want to stop and go hit the comments before I finish that, or you want me to finish? All right, I'll finish. So pretty much that the older kid, you know what I'm saying? Yo, go fix your brother something to eat. Go fix your sister something to eat. Go do this. Show your brother how to do this. Do this. I don't think it's so much of a double standard. I think it's more of, yo, now you get this amount of responsibility because there's someone else in the household. We've been doing it.
We gotta go back as kids because now I finally see all the comments and not just have. We finally got the computer to work. I don't know. We live in the woods, so y'all know German internet don't work, and it's rainy and foggy, so the internet didn't want to work. But now I'm reading it. Daphne said that's true, man. So a punch is different. So we was talking about when you get punched. Lou said men are physically stronger. Your impact could be a lot more severe. However, it is never okay for a woman to provoke a man by putting her hands on him. Society views women as more delicate. I'm not saying it's right, but that's my view.
Yeah, society. I know a lot of women that can whoop the shit out of a dude. You know what I'm saying? I seen a dude get beat up by a female. So just because you rule it that way, when we gonna get some fair rulings? That's why we wouldn't have double standards if everyone was equal. That's all I'm saying.
Angie said, I mean, if a woman is pushing a dude while crying or something like that, I don't think he should hit her. It depends if he's touching. If it's a touching kind of, or like really trying to hurt each other. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I don't, Angie, I understand what you're trying to say, but I don't know you, Angie, but this is what I'm gonna say, right? If she know that by her crying, she can get a couple punches off on me, she gonna use that. The women like to use little things to their advantage. So now she just 3-pieced me up just because she was crying. I wasn't supposed. I don't know, man. And when does the point come to men can defend themselves? At what point?
That is a good question.
How many times do you hit me and I'm allowed to actually defend myself against you? That's all I want to know.
That is a good question. Daphne said, I saw an article yesterday. A guy saw he was raped. I don't understand what you're trying to say. Did a guy get raped? Did he get punched? Like, explain that.
Yeah.
Angie said, and when dudes say, my wife hits me, the whole world laughs at them. That's why they sometimes suffer as much as a woman who gets beat up. That's what I'm saying. Like, a guy can get beat up and he can't tell nobody and he can't say it to nobody because the world is going to laugh at him. But if a female gets hit or whatever is considered hit, everyone is on alarm and everything is like, we got to move. immediately and whatever the case may be. I understand what Lou is talking about, like women are considered more delicate and whatever, but I also agree with what you're saying. I'm not a little girl. I can punch, I can hit, and there's girls, females out there, women out there that are strong and they can hurt you. And then of course there's girls out there, they could never do anything to you. Like,
yeah, and that's the thing, like she said, like my girl, we the same height, you know what I'm saying, and shit like this. We both work out together. I know how strong she is. I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I'm not about to let you walk up on me and just punch the shit out of me, because I have to equate you to the size of a man, like me fighting another dude, you know what I'm saying? So that shit, that's where you got, I think you can't, but if you sit there and try to be like, okay, all right, she fits this diagram, now she can be treated. It just should be a straight line. No matter that you 95 pounds, you put your hand on the dude, so either like everyone gets the same amount of I don't know, repercussions.
Leave your hands off each other.
Do like your mama
unless
said.
You're having sex.
Do like your mom said. Keep your hands to yourself. You know what I mean?
Unless you're doing.
All right.
Not done. Michael B said, if women demand equality, there should be equal repercussions. There you go. Agreed. Daphne said, a guy said he was raped and the cops told him to never tell anyone that again. Yes, he was raped by 3 women. This is what I'm talking about.
Now,
this pisses me off, though.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. And what pisses me off about this is, how can you tell me that it's not possible to get raped by females? And I'm explaining to you why. When we hear rape, we think getting pushed down and all of this stuff. You can get raped with pills to where you're delirious. You don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can get raped in so many forms of fashion. So when I call you as a man and I say, I got drugged, these women came, I didn't want to have sex with them. I don't know if they had sex with me and didn't use a condom. Now I have a child that I don't freaking want and all of that. Let's be real, especially in the States. We talked about it before.
Wow,
child support, this.
Yeah.
There's women that will do, I know a girl that put holes in the condom just so she would get pregnant by the dude so she could go for child support. So this shit is real. This is 2020. This shit is mad real. Women will do anything to be supported. And there's mad women that having sex with men in the military just so they can get supported. Or being with someone that they would never be with just so they can get supported. So this whole, a man shouldn't feel that way. No, if I don't want to have sex with you and I don't give you a consent, even if it's my penis, I don't want to have sex with you. Okay,
no,
that's it.
She done took the D.
I know, she just took it.
She just took the D.
That's what, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Sorry, we have to jump. Angie said, I mean, would you want to defend yourself if it's not hurting? You know, like if a girl really hurt you, of course you get mad as fuck. Yeah, you get mad. I feel like a man gets frustrated. Like, come on, man. There's certain things you just don't do. Like, I know Eddie doesn't like to be touched or hit. Like, okay, I can touch him in the face, but he doesn't like to get hit in the face. So if we have an argument and I know he's already annoyed, I'm not going to go like this the whole time because it's going to piss him off. Now, imagine, it's going to piss him off and he pushes me. I slip and I fall and I hit my head. Now we have a whole situation. I can't tell nobody that type of story because nobody's going to believe it. That's another thing. They don't believe it.
And that's another thing. They don't tell the whole story. So,
yeah.
Yo, there ain't no, like, I ain't got no, poking me in the face, even though I'm light skinned.
What's up, Pat?
It ain't going to give me a red dot. So I don't have no evidence or nothing like that.
What's up, Ebru?
But you know how many times there ain't no evidence on, like, if I push you, there ain't no evidence, but by the time you call the police and they show up, no bruises on you, no bruises on me, I still get arrested.
You still get arrested, exactly, because the word of the female is higher than the word of the guy. We're gonna switch in a second though. I'm gonna just read those last ones. Angie said same with age differences. If a younger dude has sex with a teacher, everybody says, oh, he's lucky. Mm-hmm. But with a girl, it's a big problem. So even if a young boy gets pushed to have sex with this older woman, everybody tells him it's super cool, so he won't show that he's sad about it. Yeah. That's a great not a great double standard, but you're right. That's a great example. That's what I was looking for. Example where certain things are looked upon as cool and then other things are not. Yo, everyone that tuned in, we really appreciate it. Please share the video as we're going and talking.
Sorry, we got started kind of late.
No, we didn't start late.
Not late. I mean, like
we try to go late
got all the comments
purposely. That's Michael P said, if a male has verbally attempted to stop the altercation, attempted to walk away, and she won't allow him, the man has the right to physically subdue his female aggressor. But once you subdue her, stop calling the authorities, file a report, and give them your side of the story first. That's I see that.
Now on the other side of that, I will side with the ladies though, man. A dude can't stop. For outside of those females that are like coming to kill you, and those females that can just beat you up, there are a lot of instances where dudes do not have to use as amount of force as they can.
Yes.
Some dudes do overly. You can't stop a woman from hurting you. And that's the thing, use the right amount of force. A lot of dudes go over, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's the problem. But women don't, antagonize that
Not
situation.
antagonizing, and don't freaking become a baby wolf when someone fights back or something happens.
Why are we talking about double standard? You got another one?
No, because we was talking about
yeah.
the siblings.
Okay.
So we're going to jump back because some people actually answered to that, and we just went back to because we're late. Hey, Anna, love you. So the other double standard we was talking about was siblings. How come the first child always has way more stress, way more headache? I already shared yours.
Okay.
Way more, what's the word? I have it so tip of my tongue. Responsibilities.
Go ahead, get it.
And then you have more and more children, and all the responsibility and stuff gets less and less and less. You're less and less harsh, and so on. But you have all these kids, and through all of that, you're still very harsh with the first one, and you're soft with all the other ones.
Oh yeah. That's why I was like, it's not a double. Is that really a double standard, or is that like you just teaching the older one more responsibility though?
Why though? Shouldn't all the kids have more responsibility?
Well, see, the thing is, it can't be a double standard if you had one kid and they had this. Now you have two kids. So they didn't have the same. They wasn't present. Like the second kid that was born, he didn't. How do I put it? You have one kid. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna rewire it. It's not a double standard because they're not equal. You know what I'm saying? You had one kid. You focused your attention on that kid. That kid had this. Then you had another
but
kid.
That's
they
what
know
I'm saying.
Because they're not equal in life. Like now you have a bigger brother. So now you have more responsibility.
No, but that's what I'm saying. When you had your first child, you didn't focus on the first child the way you focused on the other child.
Because you learn different techniques and shit.
I understand that. By the time you learn different techniques, shouldn't you also use them for the first child?
They may be too old fashioned.
No, it doesn't work like that. It shouldn't be to where it's like, I was experimenting with this child, okay, and now I moved on.
Unfortunately,
and I understand you're not gonna be as good in all of that things, and then you learn with the next child. But by the time you learn with the next children, everything that you learned, you should revert back and try to still use with the first child, and not think, well, but you still have to learn this, and you still, because you're the oldest, you gotta be like this and you gotta be like that. And let's be real, it's not just with that. You have double standards in between boy and girls as siblings.
Okay.
We can take away from the first and the last one, double standards in boy and girls. A girl falls down and it's like, oh my God, baby, come here. You got hurt, blah, 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 blah. A boy falls down and it's like, stop crying. You don't need to cry. You're a man. You're a boy.
Y'all said it yourselves. Y'all said in society, girls are treated more delicately.
I understand, but I'm talking about the parenting. We're not. So everything is directed by society. So if you drink a beer because society tells you to drink beer,
that's not what I'm saying.
Okay, what are you talking
y'all
about?
Y'all said that.
No, we talked about this with men and women in general. But this is the problem in general. We go off of what society is and not what we think should be. So if you have a daughter and a son, you should treat them equally, as far as if you hurt yourself, you can get a hug If you hurt yourself, you can get a hug. And then both should be like, and now you don't need to cry no more. We will find a way that it doesn't hurt. But you shouldn't baby the girl that it's okay for her to cry and tell your boy, don't cry, because that's not what men do. Because that's how you fuck up a boy to where he's not going to want to show emotion because he grew up with dad telling him, you don't cry. Why are you looking at me like that?
I was ready to give you a high five. You killed it. Like, yo, that's so smart. Like, go ahead. You changed my mind. Hey, I'm with y'all. Treat these kids equally, y'all.
I have to go back to the age thing. Michael P said, parents don't know what they're doing with the first one. Then you figure out better ways to do things. Some things that you thought were effective on the first was really placing them backwards. In regards to how the oldest treat the youngest, the oldest know more, so there will be expected more of them. And that's what he was saying, the same thing, but that's the problem. And like you said, you didn't really know and you thought it was helping, but it didn't. Well, then now that you know and you have an older child, how about you go back and try to figure it out with your first child? Ebru said, I have an older brother. I wasn't able to do stuff. He was always allowed to do it because he's a guy, for an example, bringing his girlfriends over to the house, and I never did. Facts. Same with me, but I'm the older sister. I'm the oldest, and I have twin brothers. I was never allowed to bring any guys home. I was never allowed to be open about who I am. My brothers had sex in the house. My mom walked in on them. My mom found condoms. They smoked weed in front of my mom. All of the things that I was like, why? And she's like, well, they are boys. And that's the thing. And then what happens to those girls? They go and do the shit outside somewhere in the streets.
And now they're no longer adventurers in their homes. I'm sorry, wrong timing. Yeah. That was the... Okay, sorry.
Angie said, but the age difference won't allow the same responsibilities for all of them. Michael P. said they cannot have the same responsibilities if they're not on the same age. Angie said, I think with the kids, the double standard starts with boys and girls, like we said, not really with age. Michael P. said what Eddie said, they're not equal. Pat said, you can try, but time plays a part in that. What if the child is now a young adult? I agree with you. I'm not saying it's going to work the same. What I am saying is if you're taking the time to be emotional with your younger kid, you should try to be emotional with your older kid. And then you should, it doesn't matter. Like Malik, my son is about to be 14 and I have a baby. Now, if I realize something that I'm doing with my baby and I'm not doing with Malik or never did, I'm going to go and sit down with Malik and be like, I'm very sorry for the things that I didn't do with you. And I'm trying to adapt with the things that I'm doing with this baby with you. Are you open for that? That I feel like is going to make Malik feel like I'm as important as the other child. Because a lot of older kids don't feel like they as important as the younger child because they didn't get the same love and they didn't get the same support. And even after the parents learned, and that's how I was, even after my mom learned and did birthday parties and all of these things for my brothers and sisters, she didn't come around and do it for me. So it was like, you don't care. Even though you know, you still don't care. Michael P. said, I treat my kids the same in that regard. I'm actually tougher on my girl. That's good in a sense. Depends on how. James said, exactly, but also girl isn't allowed what a boy can do at all. A dad giving his son a high five for having sex and being mad at the girl.
Being mad at the daughter for having sex.
Yeah.
Double standard. Nah, I get that.
That is a double standard.
I get that, yeah. And then girls wear pink, boys wear blue. I don't understand that. Is that really going into a double standard or is that more like...
Yes, because you're showing that female and boy. Tell me why a boy can't wear pink.
They can't
Tell
wear
me.
pink.
No, it's a lot. No, I know you ain't talking. I'm not.
I got a pink shirt in my closet. Not an all-white pink shirt, but it has pink in it.
Where? Get it.
It's a flint. You really want me to get up and get my pink
Oh,
shirt?
the flint.
They got a pink in it though, right?
Angie said, but if a father's telling his boy it's okay to cry all the time, the boy going to hear this shit in society all the time, how weak he is. And this is the thing I'm talking about. It's not about all the time. It's about it's okay. I don't want my girl to cry all the time either. It's about it's okay to be emotional and it's okay to be tough. We need to teach our kids a healthy balance. Yeah. And he said, I work in a kindergarten right now. It's such a big problem. Some are for it and be like, you can't like pink. You a boy. And Mary, you such a great mama. That's exactly what could fix hearts. A lot of broken children, they don't hear sorry. I know better now. I appreciate that.
Pat is agreeing with you. He said hoes are men and women.
Thank you, Pat. Hoes are men and women. Where have you been from this beginning? I needed you. All right.
Double standard.
What's up, Susie Sonnenstrahl?
I got a double standard. Now, how's this going to hit? I'm curious. Double standards in the law. Let's talk about some of this because that's really what's big right now. There are sentences being laid out for different groups of my ethnicities and shit like that. And not even just ethnicities, different jobs. I can shoot you as a civilian, I can get 20 years. You can shoot me as a police officer, and you only get 20 years, even though the charge...
20 years.
Or not 20 years. You can get 10 years, even though the charge is still...
What's up, T? How you doing?
Murder in the first degree, murder in the second degree, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
How come we get in different things? I can go. You got your own podcast. You a big shot, Mary Sunshine. I'm just somebody on the street. I got caught smoking weed. I go to jail for 2 years and 45 days.
Mm-hmm.
You get caught smoking weed out on the street. You have 15 hours of community service at your house, cleaning your own lawn. What is up with that? How do y'all think about some of the stuff that's going on nowadays?
You gotta ask a different question.
Like,
That's a broad.
I'm just saying, what do y'all think about? I don't know what I want to focus on because there's so much. Let's just go with like murder charges. You know what I'm saying? When the difference between police. Okay, let's do it like this. The difference between police and the crimes that they commit on duty versus people that are just committing crimes. How come there's a double standard when both people are found guilty? You know what I'm saying? The cops seem like they get a little more lenient, not a little more leniency. They get a lot more leniency than if I have this or if I'm just a regular person walking down the street. Is that fair? Should they be getting leniency because of the job that they do?
Michael P. said one has a better attorney.
Yeah, that works from the same department that they. Yeah.
At least we tuned in to It's Okay if you was knocked out. Real quick, Michael P. for the kids, who says, as you learn better, you don't do better with the oldest. Unfortunately, the oldest had to experience the growing pains. Some of these memories you can't take back.
But the youngest will hopefully not experience the same mistakes as the oldest.
Agreed.
Yeah, true. Police are looking out for each other.
Hey, Andra, how
And the
you
thing
doing?
about it, Lou, that's crazy because we already knew it. Like it's plain sight, right? This like how we talking about these double standards. All these double standards we mentioned are really in plain sight. Girls, dudes, hoes, how many people they sleep with, how many people you sleep with. So when we talk about these police officers and stuff like this, all this stuff is on the news. It's plain in your sight, but ain't nothing being done about this. You know what I'm saying?
Hi, Catherine.
The only difference is like, I think like when you're talking about men and women and stuff, this is society.
It's okay, Andre.
It's society issues between just men and women. You know what I'm saying? It's like the war of the races, not races.
For
war of the
everyone that
sexes.
tuned in, what we're talking about right now is, of course, double standards. Please do us a favor and share everything. But not only are we talking about double standards, Eddie just brought up why is there the double standards in crime? How a cop can kill someone and gets, I don't know, maybe 10 years on probation, and then a random kills someone and goes to jail for life. Go ahead.
Yeah, like you know, so it's different because you're talking about like men and women. That's the war of the sexes or whatever the case may be.
Oh, I have, yeah.
Oh, you want to go? Go ahead.
Cause okay, so a thing that is super like annoying to me. Men get called out for rape all the time. And they go to court. R. Kelly, freaking Bill Cosby, all of these things. Not saying we're not going to talk about if they did it or not. What we're going to talk about is all the females that claim that did it. Later on, say no, it wasn't like that.
Recanted their story.
Exactly, redo the story. They renege. And where is the punishment for these females? If a person goes to court and lies on the stand, that's an issue. If a female lies and she has some type of story to where, oh, my parents made me say it or whatever the case may be, it's almost like it's slipped under the rug.
Yeah, because it's perjury. Like you go on the stand and you lie or whatever the case may be, you lied on the stand, right? And then and what's so I agree with you. What's so tore up about that? There was like a football player, and this happened too, and he lost everything, right?
Yes.
Then the girl came out. She was mad at him, whatever the case may be. It wasn't true. Nothing. I never seen anything like, oh, now she's being prosecuted for this mistake. But yet this guy can't get back everything he lost. He can't get back his Nike sponsors.
Yeah.
He can't get back his college. He can't get back all this stuff, and this happens all the time. You know, I don't know. Is this like? Does it happen here? I don't know. I know it's a big thing in America. Like, yo, I never see people who once they say that stuff, and then the crazy thing is how long they lie and drag that stuff out. 'Cause
Yes.
you know these court cases ain't lasting like a month. They'd be like 6 years, 2 years into it. They done lied this whole time. And then after that's over, 5 years later, they write a book like, nah,
It
really
wasn't
didn't
like
happen.
that,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, I kind of consented. And then now we just like, oh, well, damn. Oh, well.
And I feel
You know
like
what I mean?
then at that point, it's not that bad no more. It's like, well, he's already prosecuted, or it's been so long, and it's just like, okay, well, that was fucked up, but it's over with. So that's like, I feel like females that lie on the stand should be punished. And then I feel like they should be, Susie said, yes, it happens here too. And I feel like the females that do that, they should be punished really hard.
Yeah.
Not just
I
like
think
a
it should be
slap on
just
the
be-
hand.
I
You
should
should
be
get
whatever that punishment that dude, like, because you know how people, they say, oh, you innocent until proven guilty. You know they already got a sense, but whatever crime you committed, they already got a sense or a generalization of what they probably going to do to you, right? I think that should have that same sense or generalization on if it come out that you innocent and the person lied against you, that it should be just as matched or not more the same sense that that other person was going to get. Because you're destroying a lot either way. If they would have actually raped you, you destroyed their life.
Yes.
If they didn't actually rape you or whatever the case, you just destroyed
And
their
that's
life.
what Susie
You
said,
feel me?
destroys careers and lives is so wrong. And that's the thing. The career part is horrible, especially for men, because when they're trying to build a career. Terrence said, the double standard is police use the whole they felt threatened and hide behind the shield. That's
But why is that shield so bigger than that shield for protection is what I'm the one that's supposed to be protected by that shield. How come that shield bigger for them than it is for me? You like that? I know that's it.
Pat says if a female can abort a baby, the father should have a choice to pay child support. Oh, a double standard?
Ooh.
We'll talk about that in a second. I
that.
like that.
A
Keep
female can
that same
abort a baby,
energy.
the father should have a choice. Be ready to talk about that.
Yeah.
Cause you're gonna have to defend that shit.
Angel said, even if girls say it didn't happen, he still has the title his whole life. Exactly. He will walk around as a rapist. Because what happens most of the time is they're gonna blur you're gonna see on every TV station, Mrs. Jones said she got raped by Mr. I don't know. And so that's gonna be everywhere. And then he get prosecuted, they take his career, they take his life, whatever the case may be. And then later on, it'd be like, well, I'm gonna take it back. You're gonna see that on one TV station. And that's it. Some people not even gonna ever know that, she took it back or whatever. Because now
That's
the story
true.
is not hot no more.
Yeah, and then no one wants to tell about the truth.
Exactly.
Yo, we was just talking about how the news makes so much money.
Ja,
about how
sie
they
sich kann
twist
mich daran
everything.
erinnern.
We was
Sorry.
talking about that today. Yesterday at what was it? Yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day I was at work? About how the news turns everything, man.
Yeah.
How the news is the biggest crook out there because this is hot right now. It's like, somebody could get shot on the corner. It's not really hot. 2 people get shot in the corner. Somebody spoke about it. Oh, it hit a news feed. Now somebody gets shot across the country. Now all of a sudden, hey, guess what? Everyone's getting shot on the corner. And then conveniently, every time you pick up any device, watch TV, it's a trend. Only people, because that's the only thing that they are focusing their news on. And that's how the news works. It's to keep you engaged. It's like a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, it's hot right now. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever is trending, that's so fucked up because, black people, I know it's a big thing with people getting shot and everything. But since it was trending, that's what the news was. It wasn't the news was like, this is wrong. We gotta change what's going on in America. We gotta know it's a trending topic. People losing their lives. Let's get it, because this is what people is talking about at the moment. And that's how news works. So you gotta be careful, people.
T said anyone falsely accusing someone for rape should get some prison time because they're messing with lives, and the people that actually get raped won't come forward because they're scared no one will believe them. That's 100% I go with that. And that's one of the big problems, because now you get, if it really happened to you, now you're getting scared that people might not believe you because so much shit is happening. Angie said the people want to hear the crazy shit. Everything that happens after the big story, nobody cares. I hate the news. Also agree. It's always, as long as scandalous enough, everyone wants to know about it, and then once the truth really comes out, it's like,
that's over.
boring.
It's like a climax. It's a movie. I'm watching it. All right, this is the end. All right, next movie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I want to watch the sequel, maybe not.
Let's go to what Pat was saying.
Go ahead, Pat. Talk that shit.
Oh, Pat said if a female abort a baby, the father should have the choice. If the female can abort a baby, then the father should also have the choice to pay child support. Ladies and gentlemen, how do y'all agree with that? Do y'all think it's a double standard? If a female can abort the baby and she makes a decision, right, by herself, should the dad be able to make the decision by himself to either pay or not pay child support? Mr. Edwards, how do you feel about that?
I'm about to lose a lot.
Hi, Yasmin.
I'm about to lose a lot of friends. Hey, I want to read what Pat said.
No, answer yours first.
Do I feel like it's equal, man?
No, it's not. It's not.
All right, do I feel?
If a female, here's
standard.
the question again. This is the double standard. If a female can abort the baby and decide herself if she wants to abort it or not, shouldn't the male also be able to decide whether he wants to pay child support or not?
That's a big
I have a great answer.
It depends on the circuit. Like, yeah, I mean, if you put it like that, yes. You know what I'm saying? But as a man, I can't be like, yo, I'm gonna knock up this girl, give her a baby, or put a baby inside her room, and I knew what I was doing the whole time, and then I don't want to be a part of it, and then just back out and not pay child support. I can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna? You know what I mean? It's a thin line on how you gonna go about that. You know what I mean?
Susie, why you saying bullshit? Hey, Sabrina.
But when it comes about child support, I don't think men should have to pay as much child support and all the different reasons as we pay child support for. I don't think we should, because a lot of y'all, like you said, man, a lot of women, when it comes to child support, man, y'all got us by the fucking balls, man, and the legal system got us by the balls. There ain't shit we can do when it comes to child support. But my thing is, I don't want to pay you. It's cool. We didn't like each other. You got pregnant. I don't want to pay you child support. Or my child support should be like an EBT card or some shit. I should pay that shit. It should get loaded on the card, and the government should be able to track every time you swipe that, and it has to be like somebody has to get it's like the taxes. I need an itemized list of what the hell you spent my shit on. I don't feel like I have to send my child support to you. That's just how I feel about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the question is double standard. If a female can abort the baby, should it be also fair for men to decide whether they do or not want to pay child support? Here's my answer. Don't read what Pat said.
All right, go ahead.
Here's my answer. I think, one, the government shouldn't decide anymore who can pay how much.
Period.
Yes.
Regardless.
Child support.
Okay.
Yes, that's the number one thing. I think there should be a base.
Like a minimum.
A minimum.
Like $50.
No.
$100.
No.
$200.
Like a minimum in Germany, a minimum is $350.
Golly.
That's a minimum, because you have to think about, you gotta pay kindergarten, you gotta pay school and utilities and whatever. And $350 is not a lot, and not in my opinion. But y'all in the States, y'all go up to $2,000, $3,000. Oh, he makes this much money, then the kid should have this much money. That's ridiculous. Plus, if you have been married, then you gotta pay that, plus the lifestyle they had, the kid and the wife had. So I think that's crazy. However, I kind of do agree that men should be able. I feel like you could take out the child support if you go ahead and say, you know what, I pay for the school, or I pay for this, or I pay for this, and then that's your payment. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's say your kid goes to private school, then you pay for the private school, and that's it. Don't ask me about nothing else.
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I
pay
feel.
that,
Yeah.
and then that's that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the child support, and that's where I agree with you. The child support where you just pay, and you can still walking around with the same fucking shoes. And
This
the
is
same
the shit I'm talking about. Like,
clothes.
yo, like we got one kid. The kid is only 6 months old. I pay you $700 in child support. He ain't going through $700 in Pampers. You know what I'm saying? Or and if he's still breastfeeding off milk, that shit's free. What am I paying for, my G? Like, that's what I need to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere there has to be a line that makes sense to me. Like,
Pat says a female can abort a child even if a man actually wants it. Facts. That choice is solely on the woman. So if a woman has a choice without a man say so, then a man should have the choice to take care of his child or not. Say it's the case where a man is raped and the woman has a child. Should he pay?
hell no.
Exactly, but that's the
But
thing.
how, see, now that's the thing. Now you gotta go ahead and do the system of, oh, you were raped by a woman, ha ha ha. I'm not taking this report.
But still,
you know what I'm saying?
It is the same thing. Susie says bullshit. I asked her, but she went down. Pat said morals can't back up a double standard. That was nice. And she said, but if she like doing things like breaking condoms, she tricked him and is forcing him to have a baby.
There ain't no way to prove that shit, though. That's
There's
what I'm
no
saying.
way to prove that shit.
So
I
at the
agree
end of
with
the day, you end up paying child support.
But that's what they're saying. Because there's ways to trick a male into having a baby, they shouldn't have to pay child support. At least that's what I'm getting.
Yeah, but then you're gonna have, man. Let's find out a way, cause I'm with it. I don't want to pay. like this is how I see it, man. If you take care of your kid, like child support is rigged anyway. You know what I'm saying? I like how you said it. All right, what does the baby need, or what does the child need? They need to go to school. They in a 4-year school. They in high school. They're gonna need shoes. They're gonna need this, and this. Let me get that shit on my own form. Or now, if I'm not held to that. Or like you said, a minimum or something like that. But if I'm given, like, the thing that takes away from child support is once I'm given a payment, I have to pay this every month. I have to pay this every month. Now, when I want to give my kid shit, that shit's not calculated into how much I spent on my kid that year. So now I've already paid you. Like for instance, I'm gonna use an example. I have to pay child support every month. But then my daughter visited me, and then we go shopping and shit like that. That's not calculated off child support. The government doesn't see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So how does that all work when I'm putting more money in, but you're telling me I have to pay this, and I'm not paying it to my daughter?
Yeah, that's
I'm
why you
paying it
have
to
a fucked up
person.
baby moment. Okay,
Wow.
T said, I'm fine with child support. I just want to make sure my child support goes to my child. Women be hustling their ass off with child support. Agreed. Susie said, if you make a baby, you gotta do your duties. You can't compare those two topics. Why can't you compare? Hi, Zamia. What's up, Alexandra? Alexandra, wie geht's? Why can't you compare them, Susie? I think you can kind of compare them because what Pat was saying is a good point. If I didn't want the baby and you had it, now I have to pay. Or if I really want the baby and you abort it, then I just lost the baby that I really wanted. Now you gotta go and just put your thing into someone else to see the baby. Angie said, but what if a woman says she doesn't want the baby, then the man can't do anything about it? Like I just said, I think men would do it more if
it would be actually, if they would be actually sure for maybe like Eddie said.
Yeah. So I feel like that too. If men would feel like my money actually goes into my child, then they wouldn't have so much problem. Then
I don't even think you would need child support. Like, yeah, you would need child support.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, nah. So once you start going into child neglect, then like, you know what I'm saying? Like this dude literally doesn't want nothing to do, nothing. Then you can get his social security number. Y'all can go the whole route. But some dudes, I think, actually do less for their child because of child support. If you take that mandatory thing telling me I have to do something versus, hey, I can do this, I can give this, oh, I got something, hey, you want something, boom, 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 boom. Because if you think about it, right, you spend more money swiping your card, right? Mm-hmm. You don't know how much money you're spending. Mm-hmm. If I'm seeing my kid once a weekend, or let's say we're not together, so obviously because I'm paying child support. So I'm seeing them every other weekend or whatever the case may be. A dude would not be thinking every time that they ride together, they're going somewhere, how much he's spending. Mm-hmm. We going to the movies, boom. You want some shoes, boom. Boom, boom. Ain't no naturally, I don't think a father would actually keep track of that. So now, instead of, I'm supposed to pay your mother $320, $420, $800 a month, yo, I just spent $500 on you, and I didn't even know it.
Yeah.
And that's 1 month. Now here come the next month. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? But then, and that's the flip side of that is when it's a mandatory thing. Now, $350, yeah, you come over to my house, we just kicking it because I've already gave you $350 this month.
T said some women using child support for hair, nails, clothes, then the child don't even have good school clothes.
Facts.
In situations like that, the father should be able to report them and take them to court to make sure the money only goes to the child period. You know what?
I totally agree
For
with that.
likes, I totally agree. This is probably the best solution. You have child support. If the child support doesn't go to the kid, and you have physical proof that it doesn't go to the kid, boom, go to court, change the child support or whatever, either the child support agreement or change paying child support or whatever the case may be. That would be the perfect fix.
And it's funny, it's crazy because
the court cost has to go towards
part of
the
child
money.
support. You have to prove, like you have to. If anyone ever called you on child support, you have to have that shit proof. You have to have all your bank statements saying, yo, this is when I sent it out. This is when it went out on my account. You got to provide that to the law. How come they don't have to provide an itemized list on everything that they spent with your child support money back to you?
Bang, bang.
But ain't nobody gonna, you know what I'm saying? Double standards, my nigga.
Ain't said it was like that too. I get it. When my dad did shit with me, he didn't took it from the money. Oh, he didn't take it from the money he paid her mom. He didn't get that.
Say it again.
Her dad didn't like when. Yeah, she gonna write it again.
Pretty much what she's saying is, so when her dad did stuff with her, he had already paid the mom.
Yes.
And he didn't be like, yo, give me my $10 back.
Yes,
he just
exactly.
went ahead and just like, blah, blah, blah.
Exactly. Even
Alright.
said, I agree too. Unfortunately, no, you good, Angie. Unfortunately, they have women like that. It's a lot of women like that. That's why I was telling you earlier. Females hustle guys to get money so they can support themselves. It doesn't have much to do. It's like you said, if a baby is 6 months old and just breastfeeding, why am I paying you $800?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense. Why am I even paying you $400?
And I do salute the women that's out there hustling for their kids and stuff like that. That you know what I'm saying? They dudes is literally, or not they dudes, but the father of their kids literally is dodging you and he ain't doing shit. Like go get the child support. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I had went through this in one of my relationships in the past where I was with a woman. And she did not enforce, since I was present, didn't enforce for the father to be on child support. And then I ended up on child support. How that shit work. So what I'm saying is, like these dudes have a responsibility. I don't want to get away from that. Even though we hitting on child support, these dudes do have a responsibility. When you lay in that bed, you lay in that bed. You know what I'm saying? What comes out of that bed is still your responsibility. So yeah, I give it out to the women
Pat
that's struggling for that.
Pat said it wouldn't be a bad system if the parent wasn't in charge of the money. A third party should be involved because people do fuck up stuff.
I don't know about third party. I ain't giving you my money, my kid.
Yeah, no. Now, if that was the case, I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the things you guys said, Terrence T's thing was the smartest thing or not the smartest, the most realistic thing. That's what I would say. It would be the most realistic thing that if you can prove that the money's going towards the kid, then it should definitely go towards, then I should be able to go to court and we talk about it and then we change something and the female should take the cost for the court.
I ain't gonna lie, I had to throw something out there because it's funny because Angie said, my dad didn't say, hey, bring the money I gave your mom so I can pay for your food. Because I had a new realization, to be honest with everybody, about child support. I don't like paying child support. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the beginning, I fought that shit. I fought it so hard. And I'll be like, yo, so, if this is going to happen, just use the child support. Like, yo, they need dental coverage? Use some of the money out of the child support and shit. But as I realized I'm growing older and stuff, and especially since the fact that being deployed, I can't be with my daughter, you know what I'm saying? I have a found respect for child support, and I pay it faithfully every month.
Angie said, but there are some dudes that go to the club every week and work on the side to make money and still don't pay shit for their children. Facts. And with that, Tia, you late as hell. And with that, we will end this sequence because we've been on for an hour. We are going to try to go online later. Instead of 8, we're going to go between 8:30 and 8:45. So we're not late. Don't think we haven't been here. It's just when we tune in later, you guys come in faster.
Well,
so,
it's the fact that what happened is we got messages is the people from the States, so they in church and stuff during the time that we was normally going on, and so we miss a lot of people when they come in at the end. So they was like, yo, start later, this way we can all chime in, get more comments going.
So please do us a favor, like this and share this still with you guys as friends. Talk that the next event we are going to have is the Kids Talent Show on Saturday. So if you still have kids that would like to participate, just write Mary Sunshine or Eddie Monster and we can sign them up. You guys have been amazing. My name is Mary Sunshine, and to my left we have...
Hey, it's your boy Eddie Monster, man. What's good with you? Hey, make sure if everybody on here, just listen to me. Everybody that's still on here just shares it one time. That's like 40 shares.
And that's like a lot of views, and we get more and more people in. Pat said we need more than an hour. No, Pat, just tune in earlier because you was late. Tia phone was that just charge your phone, and you was late. We are still also looking for people to help us set up. That's honest, and we are looking for new Susie said, no, we just started. No, we didn't. We've been online for an hour.
She just wrote a whole thing
I
up
know.
there, too.
We need guests. So if you're interested to talk and really talk and not just be cute on camera, write us. We need still topics as well. I'm going to read Susie's before we get off. I agree if you got tricked, you shouldn't pay, but you can never prove that. The topic with the abortion is tricky because it's the woman who carries the baby out. You cannot force a human to do what they don't want. It's sad if the man really wants it and the woman decides to get an abortion, but everyone has different reasons.
But then it can't be tricky because if you said you can't force a human to do what they don't want to do, then if a dude does not want to pay child support, you can't force it.
It's a lot of things because here's the thing, right? You can be in a relationship and still get raped. Out of that rape is a baby comes out, but the girl still, she wanted to have a separation or breakup already because what the guy did to her. Now he wants the baby because he apologizes, he's sorry, he wants to be a better person, but she ain't feeling it. Now you're in that situation. Life is tricky. What's up, Jay? You late too. Everybody late. All right, I'm so sorry, but we're done here. Next week, I don't even know how we're gonna do next week.
Why?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, we gotta do, we might do it from a different location, or we might not do it at all. I don't know. We'll send it out.
Yeah.
Hey, it's about that time. It's the end of the year, and it's that time to go visit family and all that stuff.
Yeah,
so
not that important.
We gotta figure all that out.
All right, we out. Love y'all. Shoo. We're still stuck on the computer. That's so crazy.
I know, that shit crazy, right?
Yeah, man.